When love replaced a mother's absence, a dad's journey the night was unbearably quiet. Only the soft hum of the ceiling fan filled the small bedroom, where 5-year-old Emma clutched her worn-out teddy bear. Her big brown eyes glistening with tears, she whispered softly, "Daddy, where's Mommy?" John froze in the doorway, his chest tightening at the question he dreaded most. He forced a smile and tucked the blanket around her. "She's not here, sweetheart," he whispered, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "But I am, and I'll always be here." It had been only 6 months since Emma's mother walked out, leaving behind nothing but a note on the kitchen counter and a void that words could never fill. For John, it wasn't just heartbreak. It was the crushing weight of becoming both mother and father overnight. He had never braided hair, packed lunches with tiny notes, or remembered which stuffed animal Emma couldn't sleep without. But now, he had no choice but to learn. At first, life was messy. Breakfasts burned, mismatched socks became normal, and hair ties felt like impossible puzzles. Emma often cried for her mother, and John felt powerless, blaming himself for not being enough. But beneath his clumsy attempts was a heart that refused to give up. One morning, after dropping Emma at kindergarten, John sat in his car and broke down, his hands gripping the steering wheel. "How do I do this alone?" he whispered through tears. That day, instead of sinking further, he decided he would not let Emma grow up feeling unloved. If love could replace absence, then he would pour every ounce of his into her. Slowly, change began. He watched YouTube videos on how to braid hair until he mastered the perfect French braid, learned Emma's favorite cartoon characters and stitched them on her lunchbox with little embroidered hearts. He practiced baking cookies late at night, just so he could surprise her with warm ones after school. And though mistakes still happened, Emma's laughter began to return, filling the house with a music John thought he'd lost forever. There were challenges like the first time Emma had a school event where "Moms and Muffins" was written in bold letters. She looked up at John with sad eyes. His heart cracked, but he smiled and said, "Well, who says dads can't like muffins too?" Showed up holding Emma's hand, his presence bold and unashamed. Some parents whispered, but Emma beamed with pride. To her, her daddy was enough. As years passed, their bond grew unshakable. When Emma scraped her knee, it was John's gentle hands that bandaged it. When nightmares came, it was his steady voice that calmed her. He was just filling in. He was building a foundation of love that would never leave. The true test came on Emma's 10th birthday. She had written a school essay titled "My Hero." John sat in the back of the classroom as Emma read aloud. Her small voice trembled at first, but soon grew strong. "Most kids write about superheroes or famous people, but my hero is my dad. Makes me pancakes shaped like hearts, learns how to do things he's never done before, and makes me feel safe every night. Some kids say I don't have a mom, but they're wrong. I have a dad, and that's more than enough." John wiped away tears, overwhelmed by the truth in her words. At that moment, he realized something. He had been so afraid of failing her, yet to Emma, he was already more than she ever needed. The years went on. High school brought new challenges, broken friendships, late-night study sessions, and the dreaded "dad talks about boys." But no matter what, John showed up. When Emma went to her first dance, she asked him to be the one to help her practice. When she received her college acceptance letter, it was John she ran to first. On graduation day, as Emma stood in her cap and gown, she hugged her father tightly and whispered, "You didn't just raise me, Dad. You loved me enough for 2 people." John's eyes filled with tears, but his heart was light. He realized the journey he once feared. The impossible role of being both father and mother was never about perfection. It was about love, persistence, and presence. Because when love is strong enough, it doesn't just fill the gaps, it rewrites the story. And John and Emma's story was proof that even in the shadow of absence, love can become the greatest presence of all. Message for the audience. No matter how broken life feels, love has the power to rebuild it. Being a parent isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up, giving all you can, and proving that one heart, when filled with love, is more than enough.